spot like she own it. Looking like the world is your runway. She can set it off like a gunplay. Oh my, yeah. Talk of the city with that body. Always getting praised like it's Sunday. She said, baby, what you gonna do about it? Loving your vibe, girl.
What's up, party people? So I just got to the gym, but I figured I'd give you a little bit of an update on what's going on with me, since I have typically been doing my updates on Instagram. But the last 2 weeks have just been a lot. Let's just say that. And not only that, I've been wanting to do long form content for quite a while now, and I just hadn't really been able to figure out a way to make the whole YouTube thing work. But I was using the stories, the close friend stories and stuff like that. But sometimes clicking through stories just to get an update from somebody is a lot. And I can talk when I get to talking, but that's neither here nor there. So here we are. I'm gonna try this. Hopefully this works long term. I only had to delete like 19,000 photos and videos out of my phone in order to make this work. So we'll see what happens. So updates. Right now I'm currently 3 weeks out instead of 2 weeks out, because my body has just been really fluctuating up and down with the weight, which doesn't really help us in terms of bringing our best, or me bringing my best to the stage. So initially we were going to do Patriots Pro as the or Patriots Challenge as the pro debut. But like I said, my body has just been fluctuating up and down in terms of weight, in terms of water weight, and holding on to just these last few pounds that I need to lose. So instead of trying to push for that and force it to happen, which at this point we know is just not going to happen, we're just going to go with the second show that we have planned instead and have that be the first show. So hopefully that works out, but we'll see what happens. It's been a challenge to deal with that, honestly, just because you have plans in place and things of that nature. And when it comes to getting on stage, we're very hyper, well, at least me, let me say me, I can be very hyper focused on making sure everything is going the way it needs to, hitting the timelines, so on and so forth. And to know that it's not going to happen, it's frustrating. It's frustrating because it's like, come on, body, like, just get it together, like let's go. And we've been here before, come on, girl, let's do it. And then not only that too, we had already made all the plans to be in Vegas in terms of travel and accommodation. Danielle was going to come to my first show. My client, my athlete, she was going to come to my first show because we've been trying to get her in a position to understand the different levels of competing. So she is not yet competing yet. She is true novice for sure. We've taken her to some local shows. We haven't yet hit a national show. There's just not any in our area. And then this show would have been her first show seeing the pro level show and the NPC level show back to back or together. The pressure is on anyways because we know we had already made these plans, and I've been busting my ass trying to make sure that I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do to make it happen. And then to turn around and say, well, you know what? Hey, I'm not going to be competing after all in this show. It's a little bit of a bummer. So, and it kind of feels like a letdown in some ways. But having done this for a while, we know that shows will always be there. Timelines ain't timelines aren't always met, and it's just the nature of the beast, right? So I have been really, these last 2 weeks have been really just tapping in and asking myself a couple of questions. One being, do you want to get on stage just to get on stage, or do you want to get on stage and bring your best? Because I mean, this is a pro debut after all. So I didn't want to just be like, hey, Shelby, can we just make it happen since I'm already going to be there, blah, blah, blah. It's my pro debut. And for me, being me, having won the pro card at nationals and the overall, I wouldn't feel comfortable just going on stage just to be on stage after that kind of a win, because I don't know. I don't want to feel like I was up here and fell completely down at the pro debut. So yeah, I'm quite all right with pushing the show back, and I've told Shelby that a couple of times. I'm like, hey, if we have to push back more, that's fine. I completely understand. It sucks. It really sucks, and it's frustrating, but it sucks. And then outside of that, I've been asking myself things like, what are you willing to do to get where you need to go? And it's not that I need to do extra, because I'm doing a lot as it is in order to, lean down, because that's just my body. But it's more of a mindset of pushing yourself, because at this point, deep into prep, we get really tired, we get fatigued, things start to feel a little bit forced. You got to make yourself do certain things. And so I have really been asking myself that question mentally, like, how far are you willing to go? How far are you willing to push yourself? Even when you're tired, even when the weights feel heavy, even when your legs feel like cement during cardio, like, what are you willing to do? And I guess in a way, even though I felt pressure with us having planned the trip, I kind of used it as a little bit of a motivator too, to get myself as far as I could possibly get myself to be able to get on stage. So now that that's not happening, my cardio has changed. My macros have changed. So cardio is way up. It was an hour 5 days a week and 2 hit days, and now it is 90 minutes steady state 7 days a week. So that's going to be pretty challenging for me, honestly. But I'll just break it up into 45-minute sessions and try to figure out how to get it done. And with that, I will likely be using a lot more elliptical to get it done, maybe some recumbent bikes sometimes, because at this point in prep, I typically use a treadmill. I have a treadmill at home. I come to the gym, I'll use a treadmill, walk on an incline. But after a while, and even at 45 minutes, that's just a long freaking time. And walking at 45 minutes, it just seems like the time is like microwave minutes, right? So, not only that, at this point, I have to walk a lot faster or walk at a higher incline, which I'm already close to the top, in order to keep my heart rate up where it needs to be. So using the elliptical is a easier way to keep my heart rate up and steady where it needs to be for the whole duration. And then the recumbent bike, that's more of a, my legs are tired, they feel heavy, but I can still push without having to use my full body to push. So I don't even know if that makes sense. But so those are my cardio options. I'm not a huge fan of the Stairmaster. It sucks. And I don't have any specific requirement for how to meet the cardio. I just have 90 minutes and I get it done. So those are my options. In terms of macros, right now I am at 70 carbs, which is like one meal for a lot of people. That's my carbs for the whole entire day. Um, I think 25 fat and 140 protein. So that is quite low, but for me and my body, that's just how low I have to get. And that's been the case all of the time, all 5 years. I just have to get really, really low before my body just kicks into gear, because she's not having it at anything more than that. So that's where I'm at. So I'll use this to kind of walk you through my week, or my weeks as I go forward, just so you can kind of get an idea of how I'm managing over these next 3 weeks in preparation for the show and hoping that everything works out. So, yesterday was technically day one of 3 weeks out, and we did just some general household things, like we went to the farmer's market to get our veggies. We like well, I call them fajita veggies, but bell peppers and onions and things like that. So we went to get fresh bell peppers and things like that so we can make the sauteed bell peppers and onions, and we call them fajita veggies. We went to Aldi because there's some cotton candy grapes at Aldi that are not sold anywhere else. So we had a Aldi run, and then we had our actual grocery run at um, at at Walmart. So we got all of that stuff done. I had my first 90-minute cardio day, and I did the elliptical, and I did just some mobility stuff. Typically, I have clients on Saturdays, but this Saturday was like the first Saturday in a long time that I didn't actually have a client or two. So we kind of just took our time and things like that. And it worked out because I had a session with Sean, opposing session. So we went through opposing session, made a few tweaks that I'm going to continue to practice and incorporate and work on so that I can bring it to stage. Today, I will be getting my workout in. Today is upper body day, so I'll show a few clips of that upper body and then I'll go home and meal prep, and then I'll do more cardio. So that is it in a nutshell. Plan for the week. I have clients all this week, and then we'll see what next week looks like. So I'll walk you through all of that, give you all of the deets for how my weeks typically go and how I maneuver around them with personal training before and after work, working a full-time job during the day, and now getting my cardio and workouts in, all in a day's work. So, if you want to continue to keep up with my journey, go ahead and hit the like button so I know that you're interested. Go ahead and subscribe so you know when I'm going to be posting my next few videos and things of that nature. And let's dive in. All right, so I just finished my upper body workout, and I'm gonna skip cardio for now. I didn't eat a whole lot. I had 2 rice cakes. And generally, when I work out in the morning, I don't really like to eat a whole lot, and since my carbs are few, I like to kind of save them for later on post workout, so that I can have a little bit more sustainment throughout the day. So I felt myself getting a little bit shaky, so I'm like, I'll skip cardio for now. Still gonna get it done, but I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna meal prep, then I'll probably do some cardio and whatever else I have to do for the day to get ready for the week, and then go back and do the rest of my cardio and call it a night. Okay, now that I've eaten and I've finally gotten my energy back, if you will, I'm gonna start meal prepping. So, I don't know if I said, but Sundays or Saturday evenings are usually the days that I meal prep, or at least try to meal prep the most of the food that I eat. And so, as I stated earlier, my macros are pretty low right now. There's not a lot of wiggle room to do anything fancy. So my meals are like super, super simple. With my fats being so low, I don't really have the option to include in the chicken thighs that I was eating the whole entire prep, if you will, because I definitely prefer chicken thighs over chicken breast. But we know chicken breast has a lot less fat in it than chicken thighs do. So a lot of my fats are really going to come from like trace fats and the chicken and the eggs, and then of course almond butter, avocado, maybe almonds, maybe I don't eat them that much because I feel like they're a tease, to be honest. So I'm just gonna prep my chicken honestly because anything else I'm eating is my meal selection. My food list right now is really small. So I'm having chicken breast, eggs and egg whites, rice cakes, potatoes. I use potatoes like if I work out fasted and then eat afterwards, and if I don't work out in the morning, and I just do cardio. After cardio, I'll use oats. So I interchange oats and potatoes as like my bigger carb macro, but outside of that, I'm using rice cakes, I'm using cauliflower rice. That's something I didn't do last prep, but I'm doing this prep. It just helps with that feeling full or feeling satisfied feeling. So that's what I'm going to prep for myself. As far as Danielle, obviously, of course, she has a lot more options in terms of what she eats. So for her, I am still making the chicken thighs, unfortunately. She's got steak here and salmon. So she likes cilantro rice, like from Chipotle. So she's going to start making her own cilantro rice. She's going to handle that stuff. But overall, it'll be a simple meal prep. My oven has an air fryer as an option. So I use that a lot for my chicken thigh. My chicken breast. Chicken thighs I'll cook on the stove top, and then I don't know, the steak and the salmon probably on top of the stove as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started and see you.
After the chicken is made, put it in the tub. Very important step.
You so aggy.
Make sure you get all that extra juice, because that's very important for the marinade of it.
You gotta be able to stop.
Right. So I want to sop it up with my rice, my cilantro rice. Check the link in the bio for my cilantro recipe.
You're so aggy. Did you really record that? Are you really? In real life? Oh. This is life on prep. Me dropping her off from Mexican. On my way to do cardio. What?
Come get me.
Look like you opened the door by yourself, sis. So you good?
Bye.
Bye. Enjoy. You got your wallet? All right, so back at the gym for cardio. I have been sitting here for about 5 minutes because I am tired. But such is life. That is the nature of the beast. And even though some days like this, I find myself questioning my life decisions when it comes to getting on stage. I'm not complaining by any means. It just is what it is, and it comes with the territory. So, I'm gonna get in here and do my cardio. Then I'm gonna go home, probably walk the dog. And on Sundays we do an Epsom salt soak and like a little mini spa day, spa night, if you will. Like do the little face masks and feet masks and all of that stuff. I can't remember if I mentioned it or not already, but even though we're not doing the show in Vegas, I'm still going. We're all still going just because we already booked the trip. So I'll still be prepping as if, because Shelby did say, if by some miracle we do get ready in time, then we can jump into it. So we'll see what happens. I'll continue to walk you through the journey. But for now, I am going to get in here and finally get this cardio done, find something to watch, and get home, because if I fall asleep on any of these cardio machines, I wouldn't even be surprised. That's how tired I am. And I'm going to get home so I can go to sleep. I'm tired. So yeah, I will continue to keep you posted. I will cut this video and post it, and then I'll do the rest of the week, Monday through Saturday, in a totally different video, so I can just document the week and stuff like that. But if you want to continue to rock with me and follow my journey and see how the next several weeks go, see how the season pans out, definitely like this video so I know you're interested, and subscribe also so you get notified when I post another one. And let's rock together, okay? Y'all have a good evening. I'm gonna try to have a good evening, and I'll see y'all in the next video.
Loving your vibe, girl. That energy got me going.